Scout Smith, and this is Down South and Dirty Radio. We're gonna try something a little new today. Hopefully that we'll be able to do more of in the future. Do a little bit more of a live video content type of thing. So right now, this is streaming live not only on Facebook but also YouTube. So if you go to the Down South and Dirty Facebook page, you can see this. If you go to my personal page, you can see this. And then I have a YouTube channel that is named Scout Smith. You should be able to see it there also. So good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Today we're going to be talking about um, what do we need from our leaders? What do we need from our leaders? That's what we're going to be talking about this morning. Um, so let's get to it. Trying to get some messages out there, let y'all know that we are out here doing the thing this morning. Okay, so we getting ready. We went through a very tight election in 2020. That was for the soul of our nation. Then we had a contentious runoff here in Georgia that was supposed to give us a majority in the Senate so that we can get done what we need to get done. Promises were made, this, that, and the other. What we need from our leaders is we need accountability and we need some effort. It is no longer good enough to just get elected and for us to fail forward. We need our leaders to be servant leaders. Uh, this is something that I've talked about for years and years and years, and it keeps coming up, and I keep having to come back and reiterate this this message time and time again. Um, so the thing is, why aren't our leaders giving us what we want? Are we supposed to be stupid enough just to allow them to just do what they want to do and not hold them accountable? We have leaders who think by virtue of title they have the authority and the mandate just to do what they want to do. We need accountability from these people. Regardless if you're a Republican, a Democrat, Libertarian, we are ultimately the bosses. And I think they have forgotten this. I think that our leaders in this country have forgotten who is in charge. You know, these little slick games that get played behind. I've been in politics that going over a decade. And I haven't seen it all, but I've seen enough. And we need, well, let's go back to the beginning of what a leader's supposed to be doing here in America. One, let's get this foundation laid out. America is a republic. The Republican system of government is a form of democracy. The word democracy comes from the word demos, meaning the people. Our Constitution starts off with three words: we the people. So, the foundation of everything we do here in America should be at the consent of the government. If you promise us something, then we're giving you consent to do this thing. If you don't do it, then you're not governing the way we want you to govern. We need to start holding our leaders accountable because our republic is in danger. It is just not good enough for Democrats to sit here and say, okay, we're better than the Republicans. We don't want this authoritarian fascist ideology ruling our nation when we put you in office and you drag your feet trying to be bipartisan with a group of people who do not want to be bipartisan with you. They have a goal, and that is to put us underfoot. And I don't know what Democrats' goal is right now because it seems to be not to do anything. We have Voting Rights Act bills sitting in front of us. infrastructure bills sitting in front of us, and they refuse to go after the filibuster. Locally, we know that we got bad people running for office, and we won't even speak up against it. We know this, but yet the establishment goes on like, well, yeah, we just need we just need to fight harder over here. No, we need everybody fighting at one time in a concerted effort. We need to stamp out corruption. We need to stamp out cronyism. We need to stamp out just sitting in a seat because you have a title. We need to stamp out personal ambition because we have way too many people who are running for office just because they want to be somebody. They don't want to be somebody to do something for us. They just want their name in lights. They like being in front of the camera. They like having their name seen in print. But they do not do anything for the people that they were elected to serve. And it pisses me off that we have so many people who have the ability to bamboozle us into continuously re-electing them and giving them positions of authority when they have no intention of doing anything for us but doing everything for themselves. We have way too many politicians who will sell us out for a dime. We have way too many people who are willing to make us promises they don't plan to keep. And then for those who try to keep their promises, those who want to do their job, they get attacked. Life get made hard for them. People obstruct them because they are scared. The ones who are seeking personal ambition are scared that this person is going to do their job. They could be more popular than me. So I have to malign their name. I have to make them seem as if they're lesser than what they actually are, when it actually, the whole situation is reversed. It's sad. But at the end of the day, it's ultimately our responsibility because we are the people. We're the ones that have the right to go vote these people in and out. But yet we get caught up in a game of popularity and congeniality, and we elect people who have no intention on doing us any good at all. It's y'all ain't hearing me out here. It's just, it's we have to change our culture in voting. And one of the things that has to happen is that we have to demand choices because way too many times we're saying we have a right to vote, but we don't have a right to a choice. And that is another thing that's going on. We have way too many people in the establishment who think they have a right to tell us who we get to vote for after they have secured our rights. I believe in the right to run just as I believe in the right to vote. That people, and I understand, and I'm the main proponent of politics warfare without bloodshed. But there's honorable war and there's dishonorable war. When you lie, cheat, and steal, there's rules to war. And see, that's what comes down to people who think they know what war is and warriors. There's rules, all kinds of rules of engagement. There's the rules of land warfare. There's the Geneva Convention. There's the International Law of the Sea. There's all of these different rules and regulations that govern to make sure that we just don't get too out of hand. And we live in a world where it's perfectly okay to get out of hand, to just do things just because we can and hope we get away with them. And we have way too many leaders who operate in that mindset because all they want is what they can get for themselves. We look at ourselves on the national stage. We know that Donald Trump ain't shit. Okay? We know he would lead us down the worst path this nation could possibly go down. We knew this. We chose something different. But is that thing that's different even getting us any better? Yes, I don't feel like at this particular point in time that fascism is breathing down my neck, even though he's about 6 feet behind me. He's not breathing down my neck, but he got 6 feet on me. He can still reach out and touch me with just a mere jump. I need that joker. I need that joker about a mile away. I need him 2 miles away. And we keep wanting to bring them in. To why? Why we want to embrace these people? They have no good intended for us. We're scared of the filibuster. And I had to do some research, and then I talked to some folks, and I understand that there's some craziness going on, that the filibuster really ain't the filibuster no more, that you don't even really have to take the floor. And if that's the case, that's crazy. And I don't understand why in the hell the president ain't for changing that shit. Because if it was regular filibuster, let them take the floor. Let them talk to their blue to their face. In the moment somebody shut up, let's call a vote. Boom. Over with. Done. We get what we want. No need for bipartisanship. We keep trying to uphold traditions and things that don't work. And then the things that work, we won't do. We try to consolidate power in ways that is very, very unhealthy. It makes me wonder. Now, I am a loyal Democrat. Do not get me wrong. I believe in universal health care. I believe in helping the least of us in this nation. I believe that I believe in in reproductive choice. I believe in marital choice. I believe in your right to be able to identify as you want to believe. But what I don't believe in is I don't believe in any form of authoritarian government. None whatsoever. If you can't get it in a vote, or if the courts can't overturn it, you can't get it. You're not going to force anything down my damn throat that I did not consent to, or the people did not consent to by a majority. That cannot be allowed to happen. You cannot consolidate power in one corner of the nation and then expect everybody else to do the same. Just follow you. That's just like having California and Washington State telling us what in Georgia what to do, and we didn't have a say. Now, they can come up with the idea all day long, but I need to be at the table to have my say. And as long as I'm at the table to have my say, I can go along with whatever the decision comes out of if the vote was fair. But you got to give people a seat at the table. And that is what's going on. Everybody doesn't have a seat at the table. We're picking and choosing who gets to sit at the table, and we're blocking some people out. We're sitting here going that we look at how we pick our leaders. We look at who got the most money, and the people with the most money don't care about the people who don't have money. Can I get a witness on that? We should be attempting to form a better world. We need people who are leaders who have been in places of destitute circumstances, or who at least understand them and are willing to speak for these people. But so many of us get out of who have lived through them situations, get out of these situations, that we forget where we come from, or we're ashamed of where we come from, or we start acting like, yeah, we're there, but now we're here, and we don't have to act. We don't have to look back there anymore. That is a shame. So many of our leaders use African Americans as a stepping stone. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it today. So many of our leaders use African Americans as a stepping stone, particularly in the Democratic Party. We make up the largest voting bloc in the party, with African American women voting at the highest numbers they've ever seen in history, and African American men being right behind them. But we got people who act like they are down for us. People who come pander to us. They put hot sauce in their purse. They act like they like trap music. They come to the black church and they wave their hands and they go hallelujah and bring down the Holy Spirit on me and don't even know who Jesus is. We got people who claim that they understand our values, but then they do things that are against our values. We have people who say they understand our struggle, but he who they continue to take and enhance that struggle. We got people who don't look like us, who say they are down for us, but they're really for themselves and are using us to push other agendas. And we just go, okay, that's fine. I'm Mr. Kumbaya. I love coalitions. I love diversity. But when coalitions and diversity lead to a group of people being constantly put in a state of subjugation, I can't be down for that. We can lead, we can be in positions of power and still be subjugated. How the hell is that happen? How can we be in leadership and still be subjugated? Because we allow people who do not care about our communities to whisper in our ear and tell us they're going to be okay, but we have to look out for the greater good. We are the greater good. Everybody knows that when black folks do good, America do good. We need from our leaders to understand that black lives matter. We need our leaders to understand that black votes matter. We need our leaders to understand that black male votes matter. And you see how I'm making this progression, right? Because that's the totem pole. You don't give a damn if we live, and you don't give a damn if you're voting. You damn well don't give a damn if folks who look like me, who identify as I do, have a say about shit. You don't care. Leaders, you don't care. Because you wouldn't be continuing to allow the stuff that happens and come up with the excuses that you come up with. I'm an unpaid leader in the Democratic Party. I spend more time dealing with issues and trying to solve them for free than some of y'all do, than y'all get paid for it. And the thing is the ones who getting paid for it that get in the way of us people who are trying to do the work on the grassroots to try to make stuff happen. Y'all get in our way. And I'm coming to the conclusion of why you get in our way. Because you're scared that if this volunteer over here gets it done, then people are going to clamor for this volunteer to run for office. And they might run against you. And then they might defeat you. And your dream of whatever it is gets crushed. It's only one way to solve that. Do the work. Stop being lazy. If I can do it for free, you damn well can do it if you're getting paid. And I'm paying you. I need a voters' rights bill pushed through Congress. I need everybody to make sure that we start getting on our Democratic congressmen, members of Congress and senators. Get your ass in gear. Tell the president, look, we need for you to get with us too. Everybody need to be in lockstep. Go slap the shit out of Joe Manchin and Sinema and tell them, get your ass in line. Because that's what they do in the Republican Party. Somebody get out of line, they go in there and straighten their asses out. And they get in lockstep. That's why we can't even get no votes off their damn side. They in lockstep. Go be a bully to the people you need to be a bully to instead of bullying motherfucking activists. Because that's what you're doing. We have a crisis in America. And this crisis can only be solved by the people. The people of America deserve better. We thought that we had elected better. This foot dragging shit, we didn't drag our feet to get you in office, we don't want you to drag your feet now that you're there. I could give a damn about bipartisanship at this particular point in time. Republicans, don't come for me. Don't you try it, because I sit here and let y'all talk a lot of shit. If you ain't willing to work for us, because it ain't going to kill y'all. It ain't really. Whatever we do going to benefit you too. Put a mask on, it'll benefit you too. Get a shot, it'll benefit you too. Get some voting rights, it'll benefit you too. Hell, give us reparations. I promise you it'll benefit you too, because you'll figure a way how to separate us up from that check. But give me my damn check. We have to demand more from our leaders. We just cannot continue to give people blank checks and rubber stamps to do what they want to because we believe that they're going to do the right thing. People will not do the right thing if you don't hold them accountable. This is a known fact. If you give a damn, then you will hold yourself accountable. But if we got to come hold you accountable, I have no problem being held accountable to the jobs that I have to do. I have no problem. People ask me questions, I'm going to answer them to the best of my ability. Because sometimes I don't even know what the hell going on. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I don't understand it. And sometimes when I don't understand something, I can't move on it till I understand it. It confusing the shit out of me. I'll admit that. I won't blow smoke up your ass. If I don't know, I don't know. If I don't want to do it for whatever reason, I'm going to tell you, I don't want to do it for X, Y, and Z. Those who know me know I will tell you the truth. What we need from our leaders is accountability. We need leaders who are not up here looking for personal affirmation, who are trying to fulfill some personal dream that has nothing to do with them doing the work. We need leaders who care about all the people, not just the people who look like them. And this is one of the problems we as black politicians have had. We look after every damn body else, and nobody else looks after us. They talk like they do, but they don't. We're cognizant for us to govern that we got to govern everybody. Everybody else says, fuck us. And I see it each and every day, and it's really starting to piss me off. I believe in e pluribus unum. I really do. For many, we became one. I believe this. The question is, y'all don't. So I can't keep running around with a belief that's going to get my ass hung in a tree. I got to change. I got to be a part of the change I want to see. You have to be a part of the change you want to see. We have to be a part of the change that we want to see. Because we need something done. If I can drop a bomb on a foreign country with the click of a finger, then damn it, you can get me something with the click of a finger, Mr. President. Party. Stop trying to exclude people. The Democratic Party is not an incumbent protection program. Nope. No, it isn't. But we keep trying to set this up. We cannot go, particularly here in Georgia, we cannot return back to the 167 years of democratic dictatorship. That's not going to happen. We cannot allow that. Because what happens when one party runs shit, then they get out of damn hand and stupid shit start happening. The Republicans set up that there to be a counterbalance. No party should have so much party power that they can shove some shit down the other party's throat. If we need to be in a position where we have to talk to each other. Right now, we're not. And I know that's contradictory to what I was saying about the filibuster, but right now we know that they're in a clear and present danger. They know that we ain't gonna do shit. They know we ain't gonna try them. At some point, we got to try them to bring them to the table. We got to go slap them, and then they'll come sit down. We start shoving enough shit down their throat, they will come sit down and talk to us. But they not gonna talk when they know we ain't gonna do anything. I'm gonna keep going through this little circle over and over again until we get it. You cannot negotiate with people who feel like they have nothing to fear from you. So we got to knock them down a couple of times for them to come to the table, and then we get something constructive done. But we need to shove some voters' rights down their damn throat. We need to do something about COVID because this shit is fixing to get real again, regardless if we're vaccinated or not. Breakout cases, are few and far between, but they're still there. We can eliminate those by getting more people vaccinated. I'm about ready to say that I support a mandated vaccine program because some of you knuckleheads, regardless if you're a Democrat, Republican, white, or black, just won't believe the science and you scared of some shit that ain't gonna damn happen. Okay, so let's say they do put a microchip in your damn arm. Oh, you got this. You got a whole phone. They tracking your ass with this phone. Your ass on Facebook doing whatever. And you think you got, because you got your location turned off, that it really made it? The government, that's keeping regular people from finding you. The government know where you at. I promise you they do. The government knows where you are. Don't think you fooling anybody. So they put a little microchip in your damn shoulder. It ain't gonna matter. They know where you at. They knew where you were before we had cell phones. They just put somebody outside your house. Somebody will snitch. So stop being stupid. They've been finding us. Hell, we didn't have cell phones in slavery, but they always knew when there was a slave rebellion. And y'all worried about a microchip snitching on y'all? Get the damn shot. And leaders, we need to be bold on that. Because it's killing people. We're never going to get back to normal. But I'm at this point now that I think y'all like this shit because y'all can make some money somewhere. Some money will be being made somewhere. We so scared of having our businesses not operating. I'm a businessman. And I understand that we want to be able to make money. I understand this. But we also need people to live and survive. So many people don't want to go back to work because it's dangerous. We run around here and got rid of mask mandates, and folks running around here. It ain't like and also they made vaccine passports illegal. So I ain't got to prove or whether or not I'm vaccinated or not. If I don't want to wear a mask, I just say I am, and you're gonna believe me. Then I cough on you, and I give you the Delta variant or the Lambda variant. Yes, there's a Lambda variant, and we don't care. And our leaders are perfectly okay with saying, all right, we're going to force you to continue suffering poverty. We're going to continue to allow our voter rights to be put in danger. But your lives, we don't give a shit about that. We just want business to flourish. We want money to move. We won't do that. What we need from our leaders is bold accountability. We need people who are ready to lead and do things that they have to do to make all of our lives better, not just theirs. And so many decisions get made because politicians want to do what politicians do. Protect their seats. Protect their personal dreams. Why are they calling me on a Sunday morning? And I really need to answer this phone call. Hold on. We have to do something. That's really on a Saturday, on a Sunday morning. When the folks start calling you on Sunday morning from businesses? What is with that? Anyway, and see, that's what's going on in America. America's so out of damn pocket that the world feels like it can do what it want to do when it wants to do it. They don't give a damn about regulations we don't put in place. They don't even give a damn about cultural mores. It's like we need to operate 7 days a week, 24 hours a day to do whatever we want to do, and to sell you whatever I'm trying to sell you. Screw it that we need days off. Screw that people need days off. No, we want to work 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to continue to push this money down, to give rich people money. It's not fair. It's not right. But our leaders continue to allow it, and ultimately we continue to allow it. So the question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to continue to allow people to govern us and do what the hell they want to do, or are we going to get them to do what we want them to do? Those of y'all who've been following me knows I got a new hashtag up. The hashtag, I'm going to put it up for y'all. This is also going to be a part of a new podcast that I'm getting ready to do. Hold on a second, y'all. Don't worry about it. Because I'm having a hard time doing that this morning. I should have had that prepped. But I got a hashtag that's out. It says we choose violence. And is that we have decided that we don't want civil discourse. We don't want to do things with honor. We don't want to do things with civility. We choose violence. Our point is to trigger people on a regular, everyday basis. We want to trigger them. We want to trigger people into making some type of reaction. If people don't agree with us, we want them to feel like they're inferior for disagreeing with us. If people don't look at things the way that we look at them, we want to make them feel like that they are wrong. And everybody has a reason for believing what they believe. Okay, but we are choosing violence, not just physical violence, but mental violence. We look to dehumanize those who do not agree with us instead of just disagreeing to disagree and everybody go to their neutral corner. Racism would not be bad if folks just kept their racist thoughts to themselves. Just don't fuck with me. Okay? Don't fuck with me. Stay in your house, do whatever you do, talk to people who you want to talk to. Don't cross my path. And when you do, act like you got some sense because you don't want to fight and go on about your business. Suck it up. My folks been sucking it up for 400 years looking at y'all. We didn't choose to come here. But we're here. We're going to stay and just deal with it. You fought a civil war to try to keep us, subjugated. You lost. Get over it. But you owe us some money because we worked for free. But I'm not gonna stay on long. We're trying to, like I said, this was Down South and Dirty trying something new because we're trying to figure out how we're gonna move forward as we go along. But I wanted to come and talk to y'all because the last couple of weeks been having some technical difficulties. So I wanted to come on and talk to y'all today. But remember, we need for our leaders to be held accountable. We need for our leaders to work for things that we asked them to work for. We need our leaders to keep their promises. We need our leaders to work for us. We need our leaders not to be putting their personal ambition before the needs of the people. We need our leaders to be leaders. I don't give a damn what you wanted to be when you was a little boy or little girl. I don't care. What I need for is that people have affordable housing. I need for people to have universal health care. I need people to be able to be safe in their communities. I need for our children and our seniors to feel protected and safe. I need for people to be able to earn a living or be able to have the freedom to go form their own businesses. I need for people to be able to have the right to vote and choose their leaders. I need people to have the right to run for elected office. and not be accosted or life put in danger because you choose to decide to change to be the change that you want to see. I need for our leaders to stop lying to us. I need for our leaders to understand that you need to build relationships with the people that you're leading. I need our leaders to be leaders. We need our leaders to be leaders. This is Down South and Dirty. And we're out. Peace.